Hi everyone, my name is Anisa Oberoi. I'm a prosthetics and special effects makeup artist. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make yourself look sick. The first thing that I'm going to do is apply my foundation all over my face. And you should choose a color that's slightly lighter than your regular foundation, just because when you're sick, you do tend to get a bit paler. You also don't want to go too light with the foundation, so choose one that's just a shade lighter, because if you go too light, then you're going to be washed out by the stage lights. So I'm just going to dot that on and then blend it out. So by applying this foundation, you're evening out the skin tone, and then when you do that, you can add the dimension whichever way you want. So when you have a cold, there's a lot of redness that starts showing up on your face, and that usually comes underneath your eyes and around your nose because you're blowing it so much. So to emulate that redness, I'm just going to use this red grease paint, but you can also use a lipstick. It doesn't have to be very red, you can even make it pink. And I'm just going to mix that with a tiny bit of this blue so that the tone is slightly purple. So I'm going to start with the nose, and I know this looks harsh right now, but again, this is theatre, you need people to see it from the back, but I will be blending this out. And now I'm just going up here a little bit. I'm actually going to add a little bit more blue just in these contours, because that's why it's more purple. So now that that's done, you can use a brush or a sponge. I'm just going to use my fingers just to blend that out. You want it to be focused more on this area and not so much here, so this can just spread a bit outwards. Just adding a bit more here. So there is also a lot of redness under the eyes, so I'm going to go in with this same brush and just do it right underneath the eye. And I'm staying very close to the lash line, because once I smudge it out, I'll bring it lower with my finger. So now I'm smudging that out. So now I'm actually mixing a bit more blue into the red, getting a very purpley color, and then enhancing my eye bags here. That's not as purple as I wanted it to be, so I'm going to add a bit more blue. Just in that shadow. And I'm just going to blend that. And you want to stay inside this bag. You don't want to drag the product down here, because then this will mix with the red. I'm using a little bit more of the purple. I'm putting that on the inside of my lips. Blending that out. And now for the outside of the lips, I'm going to take a little bit of the same foundation that I put on my face and dab it on to make your lips paler and chapped. And you really want to blur that line while still leaving the color on the lip, because if you don't, then it'll look like you have no lips from a distance. So just take your time blending that. So now to make my cheekbones look a little more sunken, I'm going to take that same color mixture of the purple and just take this above my cheekbone and stroke it down and blend that. So this is where I would usually contour, which is where you can feel the cheekbone. I'm taking this above that and pulling it down so that it looks like my face is a lot longer and thinner, like I haven't been eating much. I'm actually going to take a little bit of the red and put it on my eyelids as well. Just dab it very lightly. Just to make your eyes look a lot puffier. I'm gonna go over my nose again. You can keep building this up. If you feel like this is too light and can't be seen from the back on stage, then you can keep adding and building on the product. But this is how much I'm going to be applying today. Little bit of this red in the middle of the lips, because I feel like they're being washed out a bit too much. You can also apply a little bit of glycerin under your nostrils here, so it looks like you have a runny nose. But again, in theatre, I don't think that's really necessary. But I'm just giving you the option in case anyone wants to try it out. So this is the final look. I hope it was helpful. If your character is a lot sicker than this, you can always add more purple here, cut out the cheekbones more. It really depends on what the script calls for. So you should always go by the script and also pull up as many reference images as you can. Those are very helpful and it'll help you make the most realistic makeup.